Hi and welcome to The Scene. I'm James Farnan and today we're at the Cranbrook Reuse Centre and we're here to find a piece of junk for April Dekkers. Now April takes old furniture, stools, tables, chairs, pretty much anything and creates masterpieces out of it. So we thought we'd put her to the test today. We'll catch up with her in just a moment, but first I gotta find the perfect piece of junk. I wonder if April could make anything out of egg cartons. That'll do the trick. We'll see what April can do with this. Hey April, look what I found. What do you think?
It's pretty rough, but it has potential, yeah. And if you did the aqua for the rest of it, then this would pop.
Good. Have you always been like kind of like hanging around at garbage dumps picking up trash?
You know, my mom was always a thrifter when we grew up, and she just encouraged us to find stuff that was secondhand because number one, it's cheaper and you can sort of, you know, use your own creativity and artistic skill. And it kind of stuck. And just over time, I realized that people throw out perfectly good stuff. When did
Salvar Designs actually start? Like how long have you been going for?
Well, I mean, I opened shop January 1st. I have tried out the farmer's market here in town a few years in a row, off and on, just to kind of test the market and see what it's like. And people were pretty receptive, and so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it and open up a shop.
Some people are just hoarders, they just take stuff and keep it, but you actually are doing something pretty unique with it.
I think I sort of always gravitated toward that type of stuff. Yeah, I don't know, I appreciate old things. So if I can take something and make it usable and I can appreciate it for what it is, instead of just being like, oh, okay, I'm done with this, I'm gonna move on to the next piece. I mean,
so is your house like full of all these wicked like colored
it's sort of
stuff?
like, you know, the plumber's house has crummy plumbing and the roofer's house has a horrible roof. I'm not gonna say that it's not, that there is no decor, but it's definitely not where I want it to be, because I'm always here, which I'm okay with. I'm totally okay with. I'll have time for it at some point.
The hot spots around Cranbrook for finding stuff like this?
Well, I can't tell you. I have my secret treasure troves. But you visited one of them. That place is pretty awesome for stuff.
I hear the Wassa dump's pretty good.
Yeah, I've been there a few times. I've found some pretty cool stuff there.
Is it becoming like a cutthroat industry now?
I don't think so. I mean, I definitely think that everyone sort of respects each other.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
well, yeah, you sort
Bob.
of give the like, hey, you know, I know who you are and you know who I am. Let's just.
Obviously, you're doing well because you're busy, but like, are people really happy with what you're giving them?
Oh, totally, yeah. I mean, I think that's the most rewarding thing about it. I mean, it's nice to get paid, but it's definitely rewarding when someone is so excited that, you know, that stool or that dresser looks like 10 times better. They get really excited, and it makes me happy.
we are done. Now, what would a piece like this normally go for?
Depending on what I paid for it originally and how much time I put into it, I would say anywhere from $50 to $60.
And you also take stuff in from people as well and refinish it?
Totally. I take things in. If someone wants to get rid of something, I'll give them a credit for it. If it's something I can work with, I find things and paint things to sell. And I also do custom work. So if they have an old desk or an old hutch or whatever, and they want it revamped, then I do that too.
What's the best way to get a hold of you?
Either search for me on Facebook or just pop in the store.
Ooh, nice and easy. Well, we found a piece of trash for you, and you've definitely turned it into a piece of treasure here today. So I want to thank you for joining us on the scene today.
And you did an awesome job yourself.